It's Morgan Yates, and today I am here bringing you guys my top 10 travel life hacks. If you've been subscribed here for a little over a year, then you might remember that sometime last summer I did another travel life hacks video. Those were good, you know, but these are better for sure. I will have that one linked in the description box if you want to get some more life hacks after this video. I am so excited to be sharing with you guys some more of my top travel tips. If you follow me on Instagram, or if you're subscribed over my vlog channel, then you probably know that I've been just like bouncing around all over, I mean literally all over the whole world for the past several months now. When you guys see this, I will have just gotten to Los Angeles where I'm living for a month, and that flight over there, I counted it up yesterday, will be my 20th flight in the past like 3 months. So I've been on a lot of flights, been on a lot of trips, and I feel like therefore I have a lot of tips, and that was not meant to rhyme, and I hate myself that it did. All my Greece vlogs are now up over my vlog channel, so make sure you go check that out to see what I was doing every single day in Greece. I have a vlog from South Carolina going up, Cali vlogs, so many vlogs, so make sure you're watching over there. So I just hope that this will be helpful since it is summertime. I thought this was good timing. Leave me a comment below letting me know where you guys have already been this summer or where you're going, and if you don't have any plans, let me know what your dream travel destination would be. Also, as a side note, I'm like looking at myself in the viewfinder, I feel tan. I don't know if I look tan. You can let me know. I probably don't, but like I feel tan for the first time in approximately like 4 years. All right, enough of an intro. Life hack number 1. I highly recommend getting TSA PreCheck. If for some reason you're unfamiliar with TSA PreCheck, it's basically just where you go, you have to like go to the airport and they like screen you and fingerprint you and whatever. So if you killed somebody, don't do this. It costs $85 and it lasts for 5 years, and basically it allows you to go in a shorter security line at every airport. You don't have to take out your laptop, you don't have to take out your liquids, you don't have to take off your jacket or your shoes, and you just like fly through security. I found it to be so helpful for time saving, especially since I travel a lot, so that now I don't have to get to an airport like 2 hours in advance. If I know the airport, like if it's my local airport and I know what to expect, I will get there like 30 minutes before my flight leaves and just like zip through TSA PreCheck. I don't necessarily recommend that, but it's worked out fine for me. So when you do the math on TSA PreCheck, it comes down to $17 a year, which is like the same cost as like an early bird check-in one time for one Southwest Airlines flight. You know, if you fly somewhere once a year, I think it's worth it. Life hack number 2, this one pertains to international travel specifically, as well as some of the other ones in a second, just because I just got back from my first time going to Europe. I've already been getting so many questions about the travel company that I toured with whenever I went to Greece. You guys have been DMing me on Instagram. I've been getting comments over my vlog channel. I've had it linked in all of those vlogs, and it'll also be linked below here to the exact trip I went on with the company called EF College Break. To be clear, my tip here is to travel, if you're going to Europe, to travel with a travel company, specifically to travel with EF College Break if you're between the ages of 18 and 28. A little background on them: you travel wherever you're going in a group of, I would guess mine was probably like 30 people. Some are college students, some are recently out of college, some are up to 28. Especially after now having been there and seeing exactly what everything is like, I cannot imagine going to Greece like on my own or with my friends, or like trying to figure out the logistics of getting around the Greek islands. So I am so glad that I went on this trip with them specifically. Basically, we flew into Athens, we hopped around all the islands for 17 days, ended up back at Athens and flew back out. I'm also going to insert a little bit of quick fun footage here. And why I consider this to be a travel life hack is because of the convenience of traveling with them. I didn't book my flight. I never had to go buy a metro ticket. I never bought a ferry ticket or picked that up. I never we literally just like were told where to be and showed up, and everything was already established. It was so convenient. Like you just follow your tour director basically. All your hotels are worked out. You just show up. It was super nice because we had free days where we could do whatever we wanted. We had days where excursions were planned, and at any time if you didn't want to go on the excursion, you didn't have to. There were a bunch of optional things like going to all these different beaches. We had an optional spa day. We had an optional wine tasting day. I feel like if I went to Greece by myself, I wouldn't know like what to do. I'd just be like wandering around kind of. So it was super nice because our tour guide, Adam, he used to live in Greece. He spoke Greek. He was from England, but you know, knew all the good restaurants, knew directions to everywhere, knew where to get your taxi everywhere. So traveling at the EF College Break was so great because I did not do a second of research about things to do in Greece. I just showed up and I feel like I literally saw it all. Like, it's just really fun having a huge group of people who are all your age, who you strangely by the end of the trip have become like incredible friends with. And I'm not just saying that, like literally 2 of them before we even left Greece booked flights to visit me in LA at the end of July. I've been talking about this for a really long time, and it's because like I'm actually just still so excited, and I've been like looking up New Year's trips to go on with EF College Break. I really want to go to Spain. If I were to go back to Europe, I would 100% use this company. Like, I am not just saying that I like it, like I truly love this company. I'm gonna move on, but I'm gonna say that I really recommend it. Specifically, go to Greece. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Like, that was a trip of a lifetime, and I'm talking really fast because I'm really excited, and I'm gonna move on. So if you are interested in taking a trip with EF College Break, I'm gonna have a code in the description box. I believe it is Morgan100. You will save $100 on your trip. and you're gonna have a great time. Life hack number 3 is to Google your flight number whenever, like, I do this like the morning of before I even get to the airport. Just Google like Delta flight 0723. I don't know if that's flight number, but you just type in whatever your flight number is, and then it will pull up its status, like if it's late, if it's on time, whatever. But most importantly, and why I do this is because it will show the gate number that your flight is at. And this is super helpful because I know sometimes when I download my mobile boarding pass, it still doesn't show the gate or the terminal, and I'm like rolling up to the airport in my Uber, and I need to tell him a terminal to drop me off, you know? Even when being at the airport, I check it like religiously, just making sure my flight is still at that gate. And I just find this to be a much simpler and more expedited process to see where you're supposed to be going, because I don't know, the gate, I don't know, how much fun is looking at the like gate monitors, you know, and like standing in that crowd and trying to find your flight as it flashes between screens. Not much fun. So I would Google it. I've just found that to be something that's really easy, and I didn't know that you could even do that until like 6 months ago. Life hack number 4 is to use incognito browsing whenever you are booking a hotel or a flight or anything like that. If you're going on your own trip, I know how to do this on the Mac. I'm not so sure how to do it on other computers. Basically why you're doing this is because flight websites, they use cookies and like all that, whatever else, I don't know, to track your like web usage. So if you're going back and looking at the same flights over and over, then they know like, oh, she's for real, like maybe gonna take this flight, so let's like raise the price on her because she's probably gonna book it anyways. So I always browse on incognito, and then whenever I'm ready to book, I go in not incognito, I reveal myself so that I can log in, and then I book it there. Then the prices will probably be cheaper, and that's just a pretty easy way to save some money, you know? Life hack number 5 is to get creative when you're packing. I said this in last year's travel life hacks video, but I always roll up my clothes rather than folding them. I swear it saves so much space. You can just like tightly roll them up and just like stack way more things in your suitcase. I've seen people who put like necklaces in the, like little pill package things, you know what I'm saying? The like weekly pill holder. Put their necklaces in there so that they don't get tangled up. I've seen people put like cords in glasses cases. I'm a little less fancy and I use Ziploc bags, but I separate everything out. I have my necklaces all separated. I have cords separate, like everything like that. It just makes it so much easier when you get to your destination and everything's not all tangled up. If you have shoes that like don't collapse, you know what I'm saying? Like certain heels, like, or I don't know, just different things like that. Then stick like socks or underwear or something inside the shoes if the shoes like aren't collapsible, you know? So that way you're taking up like all the space and you're being an efficient packer. Life hack number 6 is to wear your bulkiest or heaviest items if you're like anywhere coming close to your space requirements or the weight requirements of your suitcase. So for me, I guess like the bulkiest shoes I pack on trips always is my Adidas. Those just don't really like collapse much, so I always wear those. They're also super comfortable. If I'm packing a sweatshirt, I will wear the sweatshirt, or like during the winter I would always like carry my like bulkiest like cardigan or like jacket or whatever it was, because I'm not trying to take up half my suitcase with like a bulky jacket, you know? So that's just like a little cheat, is just like don't put the big items in the bag. Put them on you. Life hack number 7 is to make your suitcase identifiable. I think that's the word. So for me personally, I have a like Carolina blue, kind of this color, ribbon tied around the handle of my luggage. All of our suitcases in my family, we have like different like ribbons tied around them, and we always just like memorize what color's ours, and then when it comes around the baggage claim, we're all like, oh, that's Madison's, oh, that's mine. Everyone in the world at the airport has a black suitcase, and this way, if I see somebody walking away with the Carolina blue ribbon on their suitcase, I'm like, oh no, you stealing my bag. Also, you need to have your contact information on your bag in case who knows what could happen in the world of travel. So I have a sticker on my bag that's like, I don't know, my mom printed it off or something. It has my name, address, phone number, everything like that, so that if my bag leaves me, I can get it back. Life hack number 8 is when you're packing in a carry-on, or just generally packing carry-on size like items, like small travel size shampoos and conditioners and whatever else, is to like in between trips, rather than going out and buying more of the travel size toiletry items, because those like, I mean, they're cheap, they're like $1, $2 each, but what you're paying per ounce for that very small bottle is so much more expensive than what you'd be paying in a big bottle of shampoo. So what I recommend doing, you know, splurge, buy the travel sizes like once, and then in between trips, use your big bottle of shampoo that you use on a daily basis and refill that travel size container. You know what I'm saying? This is a small thing, but it is gonna save you money in the long run, and now you don't have to be driving back and forth to Target to repurchase your little travel size Tresemme conditioner. Life hack number 9 is to download Google Maps offline. I did this before I went to Greece. You can also do this domestically anywhere you're traveling. It's probably a good idea, because that way if you don't have service in a given location and you need to map your way to get somewhere, you're out of luck if you don't have the map downloaded offline. I wasn't sure how my service was going to be in Greece, so for all of the islands I was going to, I just went and downloaded them. It doesn't take much space at all, and I just felt really good about knowing that like I could be in Greece and everything could go wrong, but I can still get where I'm trying to go, you know? And life hack number 10, another small thing, but it can be the difference between a really horrible situation and survival, just kidding, dramatic, is to always travel with an external charger. I have one of those like little Mophie cube charger things, and I just plug like my cord into it and I'll charge up my phone like however many times fully. I have a lot of external chargers because you never know when your phone can die. You know, you can get stuck with a really long layover like I did a couple days ago, and I was really mad because I hate American Airlines as it is. And so you could be sitting there for 4 hours longer than you planned for and your phone could die, and you never know where outlets are going to be. You never know if your plane's going to have them. So again, this is just like a security blanket type item for me of making me feel a lot more comfortable knowing that I am going to have a power source for my phone. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed these. If you thought any of them were helpful, please give this a thumbs up. Again, the link to my grease strip will be in the description box. I'm also gonna have my vlog channel so you can check out all of my travels. I'm also contemplating making another travel type video that's like how to travel as a broke college student, or just like how to save money traveling basically. So if you think that you'll find that helpful, let me know in the comments below. Please comment any other video requests down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see all of you guys next Saturday.
It'd be nice to me to take it easy on ya, but nah, baby,